Also, if you withdraw a little bit more than what you already are, because I am kind of seeing, I'm not seeing the Hermit card. I'm seeing the Five of, is it the Five of Cups or the Five of Wands, maybe? I never can remember what that card is. I see it clearly, but I never can remember what the card is because I always think it's the Hermit card and it's not. You just don't want to go into a deeper hole than what you're already feeling, okay? And know that there are people around you, and there are people that you can reach out to. Let's see, the Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay, what's that about? Knight of Pentacles. Hang on, let me pick those up. It was one on the timer when I paused it, and then even one-on-one when it truly paused. So there, because of this ending that has happened, there is a new beginning coming. And through every ending, there's always a new beginning. And I want everyone to remember that. Everything ends for a reason. Always. And everything that happens in our life happens for a reason, but for our highest good. It's meant for us to learn things and to really evolve and to grow and become better. It's never really to, if you want to take it, because see, here's the thing. Again, like I say in a lot of my videos, you have to use your discernment, and we're humans and we make our own choices. And I was getting this earlier today, and I wanted to say it in my reading. Thank you for bringing that back around. Every single choice that we make on this planet or as human beings has a reaction to it. And whether it's a good reaction or a bad reaction, that's based off of what happens, right? It's a ripple effect, the butterfly effect. Every single thing that we do ripples throughout time, right? And that's why you always see those movies where they're like, if you go back in time, don't do anything. Don't talk to anybody or whatever, because you literally talking to one single person could change the outcome of everything past that. It really can, because our words put ideas into other people's brains, right? Our words and our actions cause other reactions or even just other actions. So that's why we should definitely be careful. Of course, always be open, always be honest, but be careful of what we're saying. At the same time, be careful what you're doing. Be very proactive, not reactive. And just make sure that you're leading with kindness and with your heart. And because leading through ego and through pride and negativity and anger is not going to get you anywhere. Those are the worst decisions that you could possibly make, as if you're making it through that state of mind. Okay? Okay, so Queen of Wands in reverse. So I think they're starting to kind of want me to open you up, because I think you thought, sorry, my nose itches. I think you thought like this is the one, the you know, the end all be all person. But what they're showing me is he or she actually was not very reliable or very successful, or whatever that they're doing right now. They're not going to be very successful in it because they are too insecure, selfish, and jealous. They're coming from, that ties into what I was just saying, they're coming from a major bruised ego. Okay, so if you look back, because they're showing me to kind of, because when we're like in, what is it, the rose-colored glasses, right? And when we're in love with someone and in a relationship, we really only focus on all the good. And there'll be like tiny little red flags. And then sometimes there'll be a big red flag. And then there it is, the Five of Cups. Thank you. Thank you. It was the Five of Cups. Yeah, so like, you're definitely disappointed. You're feeling lost. You're feeling grief right now. Oh, there's one right there. Maybe even a little bit, one was turned over. Maybe even in despair, just a little bit. Just because I think y'all might have been going out for up to 6 years. They made me look at the 6, and I was literally going to go. So about 5 or 6 years. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it's not that long, that's perfectly fine. But this definitely resonates with somebody that is watching this video right now. So they're saying pause for a second and really go down kind of a memory lane. Not technically reminiscing, but go down and look at all the actions that this person has made. Look at the things that this person has said, especially when you have gotten into arguments, is what they're saying. Is it the Five of Wands? That's the argument. We might see that in a minute. They got the Hierophant. No, the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, so he has secrets, or she had secrets. And you also don't trust yourself a little bit either to make, because I think right now, like, you don't trust yourself. I think you've been through a little bit of maybe bad relationship after bad relationship. So right now, I don't think you trust yourself to make good decisions when it comes to relationships. Totally 100% get that. That is where you're going to have to kind of take some time to yourself, and do some healing and do some deep diving, do some shadow work to really figure out, because you're in your own cycle, right? Because if you're choosing guys or choosing women and certain things keep happening over and over again, it's happening for a reason. And there is a constant lesson that is supposed to be being learned right now, and you're not learning it. And so I'm here to let you know through your angels and my angels and your God and my God that it's time to kind of take a pause, take a second, do a little bit of it, not even a little bit, do an ego death, go through some shadow work, really go into yourself and figure out what it is that you need to heal and overcome in order to get past choosing the same thing over and over again and staying in the same cycle. Okay? But they're towards the end. I think you knew something was going on. They're kind of showing me, they wanted me to keep going back to the word disconnection on the card. So I think this person was already pulling away, and you sensed it. You saw it, you sensed it, and it was getting stronger and stronger until finally it was over and done with. But there's something there. There's some kind of secrets that maybe you have now found out, or you're going to find out. That was a lot. Okay. What else do they need to know? Yeah, the Six of Wands in reverse. Pride, lack of recognition. A lot of pride. So this person was prideful. They were egomaniac kind of came out in my head. I don't know if I would go that far, just because I don't like words like that. I don't throw words around like that. Maybe look it up and see what it means, and the definition of it, and see if that fits your ex-partner. That could be it, because I'm getting more of that instead of a narcissist. So and again, I don't use those type of words. I know we're in this generation where people like to throw things around, but like I've said before, you could be a liar and not be a narcissist. You could be a cheater and not be a narcissist, right? Or you could be a liar and a cheater and still not be a narcissist. There's a lot that goes into it. You could be a narcissist but not a sociopath, right? So again, a lot of things that go with it. It's so interesting sometimes when I'm doing certain things that they'll connect it, because like my nose is itching so bad. That is definitely a sign. Certain things like I'll forget, because I have so much that goes on in my life that there are just certain things, certain signs that I forget, like going deaf in certain ears, ringing in certain ears, your ear itching or your nose itching, your palms itching. I know your palms itching is supposed to mean that you have money coming in. Your nose itching, is it somebody's talking about you or something? Like, I think it's somebody's talking about you, and then certain ears is a good news and bad news, and there's a lot of those things, and some of it could be superstition. Some people will say, oh, well, if you have that going on, you have high cortisol. That could be true too. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I was just taking a sip of my coffee, and my coffee is cold. And they literally linked that to this, and that towards the end, that person was actually being kind of cold. And if you look back at some of your arguments and the things that were said, they were kind of emotionally immature and tried to put it back on you.